Hello everyone, my name is Kyofug, and today we're going to be going over personal finance. We're going to be going over this subject, reviewing it, studying it, analyzing it, and vulcanizing it using paper and markers. We're going to learn about money, people, jobs, funds, retirement, money, and people. Make sure to follow along with your own pen and pad or pen and paper and take notes and follow along in interactive exercises. There will be no physical exercise besides the movement of the hand, so no suspension bands or rapture chains are required. I have coffee and Pop-Tarts because it is good fuel for the jaw to get it warmed up, because I will be talking during this presentation. Let's start with some basics. Once again, I am Kyofug. You spell that like this, K-Y-O. I put a dot in the middle, F-U-G. That's how you spell it. That's my name. Now, what is Kyofug going to tell you about today? Personal finance. Now, that might sound like a really boring topic. It might even sound like a really scary, threatening, smart topic. It is those things. But that's why we're going to take our time here today and figure out money, figure out people, figure out retirement. We're going to figure it out. And it's going to be all good because I'm Kyofug and I know about personal finance. Let's start first page. Let's get a new page. Okay. Let's start with you. Now I can see you because you're sitting there, and I can see your foot hurts a lot. So I'm going to draw your foot. I see your foot's hurting a lot. And I see that I'm choosing respectfully not to see your genitals. So I'm going to put a smiley face there to show we don't know what's there. But I'm sure it's great. I'm sure you're doing fine down there. And everything's working properly, or if it's not, like you've come to terms with it, or you're working on it. Your other foot's fine. But I see here's your pocket where you keep your money. There's a little fly falling out there. There's nothing. You have no money. And you're very frustrated about that and sad. Now, there's two things we can do. Generally, people will tell you, hey, go get a job. This guy, maybe he gets a hammer job. Okay. The problem is when he gets a hammer job, he gets all of his money. And then he takes all of that money, right? He takes all of that money and he spends it on a vape pen. He spends it on burger. And he spends it on video game. That makes him very unhappy. He can't pay his bills, so now his nipples are hard because it's too cold in his apartment. You see the problem here. Now we know what we're up against. Let's start looking for solutions here. Now, generally, people approach personal finance with like, okay, I'm going to save money. So they take their money and they put it in a box. Here's the money box, and they put it in there. The problem is that there are people like this guy. He kind of looks like the Hamburglar. They're in a similar category known as thieves. And he's trying to take your money. Now, there's several ways you can protect against this. One is you can pay a security guard. Now, as we know, if anyone has seen an Animal Planet documentary or heard a fun factoid from their uncle, you know, humans are the only people who shoot you up people. Humans are the only people. That's true. But humans are also the only animal that flashes their teeth to show happiness. Usually it's a threat. So I follow that rule. You know, we're the exception. So I follow the rule and I make sure my security guards have big teeth, have a lot of teeth. Now, I've happened to found, and I've also happened to find someone that has massive rows of just huge white pearly teeth. His body is really small, but the teeth work. that keeps people away. But not a lot of people can afford to keep someone like that on their payroll, which I understand, because obviously he's worth a lot of money. Then if you lose all your money, if you're not like stacked up enough, then it doesn't work. It's not sustainable. Might as well just give it to the thieves. You have another option. You can learn combat. You can get weapons. A lot more affordable than the teeth guy. Here's a big sword. What does your sword look like? Draw me a sword. If you're following along, draw a sword. What's your sword? This is a very standard sword. But I'm just doing this to give you to remind you this is what swords look like. Now you can hold it. I hold mine pinch grip. Yes, I do have the teeth guy and I have the sword because I have to make sure that I have a fallback. Now, ideally you would want a fallback plan, but not everyone can afford that. So you have to be careful. This is my interpretation of me with a sword. I get very excited with a sword. That's me holding up my sword saying, don't steal my money from my money box. Okay? And so we're trying to get rid of this thief guy, either with someone who knows security or someone like you who knows combat. I prefer swords. It just makes sense. Okay, folks? Next page. Now, you may wonder, okay, so I got my personal finance on lock, okay? I am 100% good in the personal finance game. We're already a few pages in and you're already ahead of me. You're like, I don't need this video because by watching it, I've gotten my sword, I've got my money in the box, I've got a hammer job, everything's fine. But what happens? Okay, we said we were going to talk about people, right? You have to worry about thieves. But here's what else you have to worry about. Let's say you're a straight man, okay? And you're attracted to the societal conventions of what beauty is, and you are a straight man. Here's what they're going to do. You walk out of your hammer job, and there's someone standing out there like this. And what are they saying? That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. There's going to be someone out there, and this is not someone who's, they're not doing anything bad. This could be someone who's saying, hey, I want to be with you. I want to be in a romantic relationship with you. A pretty standard monogamous, like in movies. You're going to have to take them out to eat. Sometimes you're going to have to pay for it. That's money. They want money. Or it could be a sex worker who is offering you their services. And if it's not in your budget, you could slip up. And as we've discussed in this example, if you're a straight man with what you're attracted to is generally within the realm of what people expect to be normal for straight guys. You're attracted to women and, pretty women, boobies and stuff like that, right? Well, you're going to have this desire to do that outside of your financial plan. You'll be like, okay, I get my hammer job, money's in the box, I have my sword, I have my security guard, everything's fine. But then you walk out of your job, and then what do you see? You see this. This is good. If that's what you want, you need to get that. Or 100% valid if you want to pursue it in a healthy, normal way. That's good. But you have to understand that if you're not prepared and you get sideswiped by desire or by attraction, in this case romantic attraction, it can cook you and then you don't have any money. You need to consider that. Now, here's some other, you're saying to me, oh, I have my wrist is brittle because it's made of glass, because I put a glass wrist in there last time I got it repaired. I understand. You can't do a hammer job. What else can you do? Here are some options. Demonstrating here, right here. What do you think I'm drawing? Hey, what do you think I'm drawing? If you guessed a computer programmer IT person, then you are 100% correct. That's a computer programmer IT person working at their computer programming job. They make a lot of money. The majority of people who work in this field, keep this in mind, like you, do not like their job. They cynically did it as a way to make money. They thought if they got enough money and they got enough figurines, and got a nice enough PC and got a cool car, that they would be happy. Money doesn't do anything. I could end the video there, but if you figured it out, it doesn't do anything, but it does. That's the trick. And that's why I'm your teacher. I know about complicated stuff like this, okay? Money doesn't do anything, but what it does is it helps you better secure and reinforce and a sustainable version of what is like a fulfilling life for you, okay? The problem is that if you spend the majority of your time doing a job that you do not like, heck, maybe even the company you work for, you actively disdain, and you dedicate yourself to this, you will become very sad. And it doesn't matter how many little treats you have. It doesn't matter if you have 20 people like this all living at your house. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you have, let's go back. Doesn't matter if you have 18 of these guys and you have all the money boxes full and you have all the swords. Doesn't matter. Because you're miserable. What's the point of that? What is the point of that? That's what I'm asking you. What's the point of that? The problem is people get 5 years into that job, 10 years, 20 years, and then they start asking those questions. And a lot of them end up in a deep depression. Or, even worse, a deep regression. What is a deep regression? It is a regression that's deep. Here's what happens. You end up, usually this is guys. Usually it's cis guys or people who think they are that. That means you're not trans. That is what that means generally. You squash your dreams and emotions. You just go get a job, like IT job, that you hate. Because you think, here's this thought bubble, it'll get you the women, and you think it'll get you the burger, and you think it'll get you the car. Guess what? You were right. Ding, 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 ding. Draw the bell. You were right. You were right. It gets you all that stuff. It gets you all that stuff. Ding, 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 ding. Guess what? Guess what? Uh-oh. 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 You've buried your emotions in treats. What happens? You buried your emotions in treats and you live a terrible life. You have a hollow life full of material goods and pleasure, but you get no actual fulfillment out of your life. Usually, here's the regression part. What happens is people will, when it starts to open up, instead of letting it open up and dealing with it, instead of letting it open up and all the crazy stuff out, they'll just go focus on this even more. And usually they'll become a Republican. All right. How do you prevent that? Here's the problem. A thing you like to do. It gives you no money. A thing you hate to do. Usually those don't give you any money either. A thing you hate to do, but it's IT related, then you make money. But you're still sad. How do we get here to here? How do we get that connection? That's what we're trying to figure out, folks. All right, I want everyone to take a break for coffee. If you're drinking coffee right now, some of you aren't. Some of you are drinking water. But if you're sitting there and you got a hot bevy and you got a treat, I got a Pop-Tart. Come on now, folks. Don't work so hard. Even if it's at that hammer job, come on. Look at that. Look at him. Wow. Wow. Look at him. Wow. Look at that guy. Wow. I'm surprised he's even there, but he is. It's a damn shame. That's a little guy on my Pop-Tart. Okay. Coffee break. That's a task. We did it. We're being productive. Let's keep rolling. Now, for me, here's what I'm doing. I'm doing a job that's not so exciting. It's more like this. It's all right, but it's not great. And it's giving me, let's see. It's giving me kind of money. Not a lot of money. But it's not giving me that much money. I could be doing a job that makes me even more unhappy, gives me more money, but I'm not, because I'm holding out for this. If I get really lucky, I'll make tons and tons of money. From doing what? Here's what you all had to do. You thought, oh, personal finance, this will be... No. Secret mission, secret propaganda mission. Uh-oh, what's he writing? Uh-oh, what's this? Art. You're going to do art and you're going to make so much money. You're going to make an unbelievable amount of money, folks. It's going to be ridiculous. Okay, let me show you what art is. Here's how I do art. I usually start with an I. Not an I as in I and win as I and nod and team. I mean eyeball like, hey, I see you. I do another one. I do a nose. It's made of these loops. I do a mouth. The teeth are more loops. See, it's efficient because I only had to learn one loop and some circles, and I'm cooking. I'm making art. Look, the loops are back. One big loop. Boom, boom, boom. Drawing is just little loops. That's all it is. And lines and swooshes. Here's his hair. Here's his hair. Uh-oh, it has a hard edge. He needs to work that out later. And he smells horrible. And then you see MoMA, the Museum of the Museum of Modern Art, will buy this for $14. If I do that, how long does that take if I do enough of those? Maybe I get a deal with Vans. Vans is like, hey, can we put this on a shoe? They put it on the shoe. They give me any more money. Boom. Okay, hey, Supreme is like, hey, we don't, no one likes this anymore, so that doesn't work. Costco's like, hey, put this on a plate. Boom. Hey, put it on a lunchbox. Boom. Hey, put it on Instagram. It looks like you're successful, but you're not. Hey, put it on, sell it into an NFT. Money, but you hate it. Boom, 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 boom. Easy. How do you do art? Let me give you some examples. Let's say the job you do right now is you're a cop. Stop being that. Stop doing that. Quit. What did you like to do? You like to tussle with people. Okay, draw fights then. Boom. Look at that. Here's your guy. He's knocking another guy. Boom. Pretend that's a bad guy from the street because you watched a lot of cop shows and you think that's what it's like. Boom. Okay, here's the bad guy getting punched. Here's you. You're happy. Boom. MoMA, what do they say? Big money for this. Give us big money. We're giving you big money for this. And look at that. You're so happy. You're so happy because you have all the money from making art. That's what's up. Look. Oh my gosh. Gory detail. People love gore. Have you seen Breaking Bad? Have you seen Game of Thrones? People like violence. That kind of looks like a willy. Don't tell anyone. People like that. Sex, violence, MoMA, Museum of Modern Art. Come on, folks. It's easy. All right. Now, we've established you're going to be an artist, and that's how you're going to make a lot of money. It's really easy to make a lot of money as an artist. There's no luck required, not even that much hard work. You just do it a little bit, and then all of a sudden you're rich. First step. Before you start drawing or anything, make an Instagram. Make an Instagram. Because as they say, it doesn't matter the practice of drawing. That doesn't matter. Don't practice your drawing. Don't practice your painting. Don't even start. Read about algorithms. Learn about Instagram Reels. Learn about Instagram Reels. Learn about trends. Learn about hashtags. I bet you see more people wearing MTV shirts than people wearing shirts that have bands on them, right? So why would people care about your art? They're going to care about the platform. They're going to care about Instagram. So do Instagram a bunch. 2, do the YouTube. Look at this. Don't even worry about, learn how to edit videos. Hey, you're a painter? Do YouTube. Hey, you're a skateboarder? Instagram, YouTube. Let's say you do sculpting, TikTok. Do TikTok, learn TikTok algorithms. Pay to get your videos boosted on TikTok. What does that get you? A lot of money, a lot of money. I get these ads and they say, hey, if you watch our course, we'll get you a lot of money from TikTok. There are so many quick courses out there for you to get so much money. It's ridiculous. Just go out there and do these free courses. I'm sure they're free. I get advertisements for them all the time. Okay? Now, here's what you got to do. Let's review from the top. Okay? So if you get a job you hate, it'll make a lot of money. And you could do that either by being an IT person, or you can do that by being an artist. And both of those are just as useful. Or you could go be morally superior than everybody and go live in the mountains by yourself and meditate and eat strawberries. You have to make sure you have a money box to protect from the thieves. There's a thief trying to get your money. You have to get a money box to protect from the thieves. You have to get a guy with a lot of teeth to protect it, to scare away the thieves. Or you can get yourself a big or I have both. As you know, you get a sword. Remember from earlier? Hey, go look at that drawing you made of a sword. Was it a sword? Tell me if it was. And that's how you make them fucking look. I'm sorry for cursing. I really want to apologize. But this is how you really get it going. Is you become an artist. You sacrifice all of your principles, your original style, put it down the drain. And you follow the itchy nose. You follow Instagram. You do Instagram. You do YouTube. Do TikTok. Look at this. Did you realize what just happened? Boom, 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 boom. Oh shit, I don't know. What? Oh shit, who goes next? Oh, you won. You won all the money. Boom. It's that simple, folks. It's really that simple. Let's do a closing remark here. I'm going to draw what you look like once you've made so much money from being an artist. You have a really nice suit on. How'd you afford that suit? I did TikTok. I did money on TikTok. I did algorithm TikToks. And I did Instagram. Just follow this course. Here's you. Look at you. You even got new nostrils because you have that much money. I mean, you're literally crying from how much... Gosh, just thinking about it is getting me excited because I know I'm going to make so much money. Look at this. You are just freaking out from all this. What's that? Oh, is that like a stack of like leaves or... That's your money. From doing TikTok and doing the art on TikTok, doing the YouTubes and Instagram. You've made so much money. That's how much... Come on. To close, my name is Killfug. And I make art. And today, we went over personal finance. Personal finance. Come on, write it faster. Attention span. We're losing it. I did personal finance. You learned how to make a lot of money. You learned to do that by doing art. No heart, just art on Instagram and TikTok. And you do it and you make money and you don't like yourself. Okay? But don't be cynical. Go live in the mountains. Go live in the mountains and be a pure, happy person, okay? I really appreciate you taking the time to listen and pay attention, because this is some very important stuff. Again, my name's Kyofug. This was my lesson on personal finance and people. And secret, you didn't know at the beginning, it's about art as well. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Share this with anybody you know that is living. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.